I was running a meditation school, and all the rest of us met in relationship to that school. And we had separate lives, separate households, separate businesses, but we cooperated in running the school together. And all of us really shared the same high value for meditation as a very powerful evolutionary accelerant. And not only was that very central to our own personal evolutionary paths, we felt that it was a way that we could help raise consciousness throughout humanity by teaching it. So that's what the school was about. But by about the year 2000, we came to the decision that we wanted to make a big change. We were renting our properties at that point, even the property for the school, and we wanted to buy land, and we wanted to try living together and building group businesses together and build an entirely new school. And we wanted the curriculum for the school to be based on 3 themes: the 7 principles of love, 28 rights of conscious evolution, and the 7 very powerful evolutionary accelerants, which obviously include meditation, but there are 6 others. And so we looked around the country and we ended up here. Who knew? We had never heard of Eureka Springs, but we're here. And so after buying 22 acres on Rock House Road, we spent the next few years building our businesses and remodeling the homes that we had on the property. And we decided to let the school just wait until after all of that was done, and we had both the income and the clarity of vision to build the school that we wanted. But during that time, we let a neighbor keep his horses on our property. I've always loved horses, and I rode horses growing up, so it was a great pleasure of mine to have those horses out there and to spend time with them every day. And to tell you the truth, I had no idea what was on our land until I started hanging out with the horses. Really. I mean, the land scared me, number one. It was just this wild, thorny, tick-infested, sugar-ridden. I mean, you know, when you go out there, you take your life in your hands. That's how I felt. And it was a little bit scary to me to think about building a school out there. So I kind of avoided it until the horses came, and the horses mowed it down, and I started feeling more comfortable, and I would spend time with them every day, and I'd just walk around with the herd. There were 9 horses, and it was so fun. And they showed me the best trails to walk on, because our land is on a big slope, so it's not easy to walk, but they showed me how to traverse the land instead of going uphill and downhill, which is really exhausting. They also uncovered treasures. We had no idea we're there, but they munched their way into all these really cool spots. And during that time, I also started developing a very deep and communicative relationship with Gaia, Sophia, the spirit of the earth. And just to make a long story short, she revealed to me that we didn't need to build a school, that the school was already there on the land. The land itself was the school. And I was beginning to really see that. So that came as a surprise when I announced it to everybody else, but maybe kind of a sigh of relief too. Oh, because that was going to be expensive, building that school. So anyway, after several years of working on our land and bringing out all of its beauty and wonder and building the trails, we have 1 mile of walking trail on 10 acres and 14 meditation sites. Each one is unique and special. And we regard the meditation sites as the classrooms in the school. And each of these classrooms has its curriculum encoded in a meditation that we keep at the sites. Every individual who comes out there inevitably personalizes the curriculum to their own evolutionary needs, which is, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I love the fact that you go into these classrooms and you make it your own. Our personal experience, speaking for our group, our personal experience with the Om Sanctuary and the sites is that they are very transformative, very healing, and they have helped each and every one of us to align ourselves more deeply with Gaia Sophia and gain that direct heart-to-heart communication with her. And one of the sites has a has written materials in it. It's like a little, what is it? It's a little house we built. It's a tiny little room, and it has a composting toilet in it, and it has books on a shelf, and it has writing material. So it's the one indoor site. So if you're ever out there and it's too hot, or it's too cold, or it's too rainy, or whatever, you can always go to that one site. It's a beautiful, sheltered site. But people leave messages for us in that site because there's writing materials. And those messages really indicate to us that not only are these people feeling really wonderful for having been out there and visited, but they feel really empowered on their spiritual path. And they feel like they're just more committed to living a better life and to making the world a better place. And I think that's about all I have to say as a broad general intro.